welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, you're so welcome. If you're an oldie and a subscriber, thank you very much for tuning in. Today I have guests and they'll introduce themselves starting from here.
Hi guys. You guys simunanijua oldie but a goldie.
Okay,
I'm the OG. Last time. Guys, I have so many names, but let's just go with Beth from now on, just to make it easy for everybody.
And what's your name, ma'am?
Thank you for tuning into this channel. My name is Georgina. Thank you for joining us.
And today we're gonna talk about
Why? I know the topic.
and today we're gonna talk about
Why there's a high divorce rate among Kenyan-Americans.
Divorce is such a hard thing just in general, and we're not
married. None of us is married.
Yes.
Just putting that out there.
Divorce rate just in general is so high nowadays. It's just crazy, guys. You know, it's just become so crazy. But I feel like just being an immigrant, I'd use that word, being an immigrant, a Kenyan, being in America, it just makes things, you know, a lot more harder, I guess. I think for one thing, I'd say there's so much societal pressures to be perfect. So mmetoka home, maybe you guys are married and then come here, and then maybe life doesn't turn out quite the way you were expecting it to be. Alafu sasa, you know, you're thrown in the loop of what America is, and you don't even know how to navigate your lifestyle change. I think that's the one thing I'd say. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the dynamic of marriage itself, like for example Kenya, where how we are raised, like the man is the provider, and then, you know, typically our parents, but as Gen Zs I mean, it's different when you come to America. For example, when you come here, both the wife and the husband have to work to sustain the family. And like in Kenya, maybe the husband would work but sustain the family. So it's like at the end of the day, you can imagine I get up early in the morning, and then if you have kids, it's even worse, because now either he works in the morning, day shift, I work night shift, and then we exchange the child, which is difficult. At the end of the day, I think you're losing your marriage. You guys don't have time to like,
you don't really have time
to do marriage things, matrimonial. And at the end of the day, it's like, you know, things, lives, and also in regards to just work, women and men, I feel like both men and women we like leveled up. I think when you come to America, life levels you, and what a man can do, you can also do. So it's like, if a man can be a doctor, he can be a doctor. So like puts us on the same level playground, and it's so difficult now to imagine you're a doctor working this hours, bringing this amount of money. Unasikizaje mbaba? That's what I was saying. What do you think?
Let me just speak to what you are saying. I think it also kind of relates with what I was saying earlier, kwa sababu it's more like sasa, you know, muna navigate something, so you know you are not used to this. There's this expectation, ama there's this thing you are doing at home and it was working, and then all of a sudden mnakuja hapa, alafu lifestyle change, and you know,
the expectations you had when you were getting married back home and the expectations you come and find here are different. Back home, you're supposed to be the good wife, the homemaker. You know, you're there making the children.
I'm still a homemaker.
Hello.
Your husband comes home to a 4-course meal. There's an appetizer.
A massage on the
There's
side.
a massage on the side. Umemweka maji.
But sasa umechoka. Sasa umetoka kubangula rasa, umechoka.
No. But that's the expectation back home, right? You have to cater to your man, and then after all that, at night you will also do your
cater to your man.
But now here, I'm waking up at 6. We have to drop our children home. I have to go do the same 8 hours that you're doing. And then I come back home. I'm still cooking. I'm still doing laundry. I still have to spend time with our children. And then I still have to cater to you. That's crazy.
I think with that, honestly, the way I think about it is, as much as that is true, and there is that you know, lifestyle shift, you have to be very, very, very intentional with your marriage. Ndio isikue like ati, you know, you are a family and okay, tulishaoana alafu now life is lifey.
Yeah.
You have to be very, very intentional. Like, go out on dates to actually, you know, make sure that your marriage is still.
Yeah. But also I feel like there's some men who expect the same traditional mindset that they come from Kenya.
That is the number one reason actually.
To here. So imagine you pull the same weight.
Yeah.
And as much as men need to be provided, needs to be the head of the home, and you need to worship your husband. Okay?
Huh?
At the end of the day, I'm still holding that weight. But then again, you come from Kenya, and you know you as a man, your head is just like you have to be able to adjust with where you go, like the environment. You have to look. But imagine I've done my 12 hours, and then I have to still do the whole thing. I'm resenting you day by day. Like I'm tired. I'm very tired. And also I think as women, it takes one special woman to go and pull that shift and still come back home and cater
and do
to
all the
man. It's like
ndio maana just my thought, you actually have to really, really, really love this person that you're married to. You have to be committed to your marriage. Isikwe tu ilikuwa maybe a marriage of convenience or something like that, because now yes unaona vile tunasema ngati mimi
mtoto anakuja na sani yake alikuja hapa kulindo
ati nilimove hata kujua bila nilimove yes ulijipata tu, you know. It's, I mean, everyone, kila mtu ana story yake, but I feel like huku with everything that usually goes on, maze, you really, really have to be committed to your marriage, ndio kwa sababu maze, there's so many people that come here, alafu life inawagonga tu.
Even relationships,
yes.
Like you have to have the same
life inawagonga,
same things, and you have to
be speaking the same language.
At least monthly checkups to see, are we working towards the same things? Are we heading towards the same direction?
But also I have like a controversial point to this one. You ladies know the point, and we don't see eye to eye with this point and this one with this one. I feel like when you're dating someone, before you guys get married, you all need to live together. You all need to live together to learn this person. When you're dating, you guys see each other mdogo, like when, you know, distance or whatever makes their heart grow fonder. And when you guys meet, it's just happy vibes. You guys like loving on each other because I've missed you, right? But when you live under someone, you breathe the same air they breathe every day for a certain amount of time, then there's something that you learn the person. We never know, like we never get to learn 100%, but there are things you learn if you do, like you stay for one day over the weekend, and then it's just vibes. And then when you live together, it's a whole
there's no escape.
I feel like you need to live with your man. And I know you guys are gonna say, oh, I'm not going to leave the man, I'm going to do wife duties. Exactly. So you want to know how that man is providing. He's a provider. Then why can't you also live with him so that he can see that you are submissive or you are doing wife duties?
Can he not see my submissiveness before I move?
He can't see in 2 days. Ukikuja weekend, emotions are high. You're doing nice things. You want to do everything for your bae. But every single day.
So let me tell you, you know, we've, like she said, we've always been very, kila mtu anakuanga na, our ideologies differ kidogo. But I have also come to appreciate a little bit of like moving, like the fact that what she says, moving in pamoja.
Thank you,
but I will say this, honestly,
that is so loud. Okay,
I will say this, honestly, that has a lot to do with being in the US. I am not going to lie. My perspective
I meant in the US, honestly.
Okay. My perspective changed when I moved here, cause like we were mentioning earlier, you're barely seeing each other, so you actually, like, the time that you have for each other, labda ni jioni when both of you are tired, so your mood is maybe kila mtu wako tu hapa chini, so that's the best place to be at. Home, I don't know, I have a very different perspective with how like dating and moving in together before marriage, because I feel like all of the things
wrong. You don't want to
no I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. I feel like all of the things that you can learn from a person without moving in, you can, you know, does that make sense?
No.
Where are you gonna learn it?
Where are you gonna learn if you don't move in with him?
But no nasema because you're spending a lot of time together.
What is a lot of time?
In comparison
Saturday and Sunday?
No, even during the week. During the week,
because you also work at 8.
Okay, maybe I'm speaking from my perspective.
Okay.
Because the way today date say
but I'm waiting dogs.
But this, you know, as in from experience, from experience, like the way I related with my ex, we did not need to move in for me to learn the things I learned from him, because at that time I was living in my parents' house and he had his own place, and you know, I was able to spend so much time with him even without having to move.
Right, but look at it this way.
Yeah.
That love, that puppy love, what you know now as an adult, moving, thinking about marriage, hasn't a lot of things changed between that relationship and now?
That's true.
Exactly.
It's changed, but that still doesn't change the way I think about moving in from home.
Me, I stand on it. You have to. Ladies,
I don't
what
think
do you think?
I don't think it's necessary. It might be. I mean, if it works for both of you, I think it's, you know. Okay, here's the thing. I think it depends on individuals. Each individual, the way everyone relates with each other. Do whatever works for you.
What do you think?
But I think it would still work either way.
When we were in college and we were younger, and you know, you used to live in your parents' house, and your boyfriend had like a excuse somewhere, and you know, it was nice to sneak. Not that I've done it. I've never had a boyfriend.
Okay. Holy Mary, Mother of Jesus. Hallelujah.
When you used to sneak over, I think that time it used to feel nice because you would skip class, so you didn't have as many responsibilities. So you felt like you could spend more time with him and you got to kind of know him. Now, when you're working, you have your job, you have your responsibilities. There are things, other things you want to do. He also has friends and he also wants to interact with them. You won't get to spend as much time as you used to spend. And I get her point of you need to live together, or at least dedicate some time.
Well,
if you don't want to live with him, maybe do like 3 days. You go 3 days.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Not the same.
That's what I was saying. Live, like live 247.
But okay, so this is the thing. This is where the part that I usually have an issue with. Cause if you do that, you are in one relationship, you live with someone for 6 months, and then go like, hey, we say Z. You live together that time, and then you go to another man, live together again. By the time you're fika in your man, the one God kept for you,
you have been a nomad.
You've been a nomad. That's what I'm saying.
But you have learned a lot of these things, right? You don't live with this person. Well, you can live on different capacities, right? You can live because you guys are just starting to date, or just you guys have dated and decided let's live together, right? You can live together after getting engaged. What I'm saying is, don't just go and get married immediately before getting to know your partner, because you are going to see him for 3 days, 2 days, right? But in marriage you're going to be together 24/7. You guys work, you're going to work, he's still working. How are you going to navigate that working standard, right?
Yes.
Maybe the weekends are not even there to hang out with you. How are you going to work that? You're going to get frustrated if you learn that.
The part where maybe I feel like I should have clarified is, if you're engaged, I mean you're already like halfway in.
So wait, so you're saying wait till you get engaged till you get ready to live with one another?
Yes.
I will leave. I will cook, clean for you and everything. I don't care. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not going to wait for it.
I'm not saying Ati I wouldn't do that even if I was not a living
So
girlfriend.
why would you advise against not living together?
Well, like one of the things that is the main thing I talked about. Like one of the things that I have an issue with is, you know, you're jumping from one again, you know, every personality is different. Whether you might have learned, there's people that learn from 10 experiences.
Yeah,
they will experience 10 men before now they realize, okay, maybe this is not working out.
Yeah,
and so that is one of the things that you know, makes me,
you know, experienced many, you have a problem.
I was about to say that I said.
Yeah, you are
we're not shaming anyone.
but do you?
No shame. It's good. It's good to shame, because 10. That's the main, one of the main things I usually have an issue with. Ndio uishi na. No, as in all the boyfriends that you're, because there's people that are there's people no wait, exactly, there's people that are in love with everyone they meet. See wengine kichoko.
No, you, what do you think?
First of all, let us discount that statement. We're not vichwa ngumu.
Oh, we are lovers. We are lovers, lakini
sikichwa ni ngumu. The skull is hard, one.
The point is, I think also, it's not that you start dating someone today and then you move in with them.
No.
And then I feel like there's also a time.
Serious kidogo.
I think there's also a timeline. Not a timeline, but it's, as you said, it depends on the person. It depends on where your relationship is going. There's some people you're dating for 2 years and you know it's just a joke.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah. We're not going in.
But there's people that
I'm not gonna move.
They don't even care.
Yeah.
And there are people who don't. You're very serious about them.
Yeah.
And they don't care about you.
Yeah.
There's no point of. Yeah. Don't take.
Men, I usually say, let's be guided. Pia, we just don't go there for.
Yes. Just
don't go there for.
Yeah. And then they say
you have to have, you know, been together for a while. And honestly, for me, I feel like we never know 100% how it's going. We grow every day. We know we learn different things every day. And what might have worked for us last year might not work for us again. We might grow apart in the end. We don't know.
Yeah.
So me, what I'm just saying is, it doesn't matter that if you live with this person, there is something really big on it. I feel like some people are just there to be experienced.
Yeah.
So how do you jump from that? The way you're saying it's not a big deal. For some people, they will overthink it and then feel like, if I'm going to move in it, then it's a big thing. Oh my gosh, how am I going to?
Because me, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Oh, you think it's a big? Oh, see, now that's another thing. Me, it's not a big deal. Like, you know what? It is what it is.
Maybe this is just me overthinking it, because yes, but Mimi, I'm thinking, if I am living with you, it's because I have made a commitment and I am not looking to break that commitment. So it is for us to, you know, we realize that we are compatible and we are in love, and you know, things can work out if we are actually intentional in keeping that marriage. So by the time I'm moving in with you, it's not just
before you move in, when you're dating, aren't you also committing to this relationship? Aren't you also committing to this thing you guys have? Are you just moving like you guys are really married, but just not the papers, or just not like under one roof? Aren't you still moving the same way? Like, you know, this is my man, like you still take care of them, you still do this and this and the other, but you just haven't physically moved in. You still will go to his house, cook for him, this is and that, but then I know that at the end of the day, living together now makes it really official, but then again, it's like, aren't you still moving the same? I mean, without moving in.
I mean, that's true. I honestly have no rebuttal to that.
Because then what are you doing if you're not there yet?
But you know, again, this is me overthinking it. Just the thought of this thing might not work, and then now I have to move out, and then after a couple of years now I'm with somebody else, and then
doing the whole
thing
again.
I'm thinking, if you think like that, then it's like self-sabotage, because in my head I'm like, ikianguka unaanguka nayo. It's like you have to go roju, because look at it this way, right? The same when you're before. You move in, it doesn't work, you move to the next person, right? You are dating, you're not moving in, you're in a relationship, you guys break up, you still move to the next person. That moving on,
that's true.
Regardless.
But Nini, when you're moving on without
when we are separated,
it's so much easier. It's so much easier to kind of.
Are you just saying it hurts less? Because heartbreaks are difficult.
Yes,
no matter if you're in or out.
I think this one will be less of financial responsibility. I don't have to start looking for a place to live because now I'm the one living. Because I moved into his house.
Yes.
So I have to figure out where am I moving to. All the things I bought in that house, I can't carry them. Am I carrying them? Who's being left with what? On top of my heartbreak.
Yes.
I lose my mind.
And then my idea, for instance, you're moving into this man's house, someone who already has a house. So by the time you're moving in, you're deciding you guys are sticking together for better or worse.
Yeah.
So you are going to go and actually make this your house.
Right.
Something that you would have done elsewhere.
Right.
That is also like by the time you decide, okay, let's separate, go to like,
which is true, right?
Yeah, it's
which
really
is very true. But don't you get engaged? The engagement, you move in together, it doesn't work. You have to still move regardless.
Yeah.
Don't you get married? The people who are married, it doesning work. No, they have to kanyaga kubwa kubwa.
Ndio maana.
Okay, then what's the problem?
Ndio maana.
Nothing is guaranteed here.
Yes, nothing is guaranteed. That's true. I agree. Nothing is guaranteed. But Mimi, I think maybe it's just naivety me saying this. Cause like I'm just like just in general what I've been saying. Cause I'm getting into the relationship with a clean conscience. I'm like when we are engaged and living together, you know, it's cause
this girl is running away from this
because I'm trying to look at you. Yeah, maybe it's just my naivety saying all of this, because by the time I'm deciding, okay, I'm moving in with you and all of that, it's because I actually am building a family with you. But then the issue usually is if you're thinking that and your partner is not thinking that, that is where now things
right goes. And you can never know what they're thinking. You only know what you're thinking. In my head, you in your head, you have built this home with 10 children. Him in his head is just like,
I just need someone.
I mean, I just need someone for convenience.
Yeah.
And then again, at the end of the day, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
For me, I think
it's hard.
I'm just thinking, life is short, my friends. Do whatever you want to do.
Yes.
Let nobody tell you about don't cook, don't clean. Go and clean your boyfriend's
do all those things.
Oh my God.
If he wants to leave,
go and cook for your man. Somebody will cook for him if you don't. Go. I mean, to me, I'm thinking. Loving unconditionally, regardless. It might lead to marriage, it might not.
It might not.
So even if you have acid, it will still hurt. It might not hurt, it will still hurt. At the end of the day, if you move in, if you don't move in, if you don't cook for him, if at the end of the day, if he
finds someone else who can do it for him,
why are you saying it with her?
But because
no, I think at the end of the day, it's like this point came about to say that before you get married to someone, and it doesn't guarantee that it's gonna work.
Yeah.
At least live with this person, because I feel like things that I've had, like some of my friends like break up about in marriage, because they didn't learn each other at all. So wameingia hapa, they are two different people, and especially no offense, but ladies, I mean, I know my crew sisters here. I know someone is really championing you. I've heard it from you Kikuyu women that you have to wait to be taken from your parents' house. You know, in my head I'm like, do not do that.
There's that.
Do not do that. The shaggy you will see, my friend. Don't do that.
No,
because
do whatever works for
you are moving out of your parents' house to live with a stranger who's not your parent, who's not your relative. At the end of the day, you still expect them to see you like a parent. No, this is a marriage. And then now you're coming in with, and then again, because we are here, we're talking about us living here, is you have that job, you have the bigger job, he has the big man job, and then now you are finding it difficult to listen to this man or to submit to him because me live with that man. See how you operate. So talk to this man now. You guys talk to him, let him know men want to, they're like children, men want to be smothered and let them lead you and whatnot. Learn the person, because ukiingia hivi na kuna do yako na ataniambia nini,
but so tunyenyekee. Perspective yangu, a lot of like my shift in thinking is just brought about by living in the US.
Yes,
it's a whole other ball game because like life doesn't move at the same speed.
Yeah.
I was telling these girls, this week has just, nothing has happened, everything is just going perfectly, as in ninaenda nafanya job narudi, you know, things are just working the way they need to. But for some reason I just feel like, Mazi, where is my time?
Yeah.
Where
you wake up, go to work, come back, do what, the gym, you know, like you read, and then you asleep, wake up again,
do that
again and again.
Because we were trying to do something which yes, and Nico like, where are you guys getting that time? Because my friend, what?
Yeah. So imagine your life is moving like this. There's another individual, a different man, the life is moving like that. And then you guys
are living separately.
You're living separately. You come together. How is that? Your honestly are conflicting.
That's true. That's one of the reasons my thinking changed, because the things that come up in the US. Uko too like, brother, what the heck is going on? You have no time, but yes, you have time, but you have no time to yourself.
Right, and you think, you know? Like, hey, it's easier because you have the resources. Kama ni gari kuna kila mtu ako na nyumba. It's like, si Kenya kama ndaenda kuomba mtu Kenya. Manjangu anakaa Kenya. You know, it's like you have your own place. Yes, if you have to meet, you can meet anywhere. You can meet hapo katikati in the middle. And like, there's a lot of resources we have that in Kenya we did not. But it's even harder. Being grass is not green.
It's not. Don't let them cheat.
Please don't come to America if you're watching this video. Sit your ass where you are.
No. Do what works for your channel. But if you want to come and experience Shege, come on.
Especially if you're married, just stay home with you. Take care of your man. Don't bring him here, because honestly, for me, I think my biggest thing was the biggest thing for divorce is not getting to know one another. Honestly, it's like we've lived separately and then we're coming together all of a sudden. That's why I brought the point of live together to learn about one another, to navigate life, how you can take care of the children. Like, you know, it's cases where there's people now, the man also, maybe some of them don't know how to live. They're first time husbands, and which is fine, but then what is going to work for both of us? You know, and then at the end of the day, just the same way, you want your man to be a provider, right? Then you have to submit. And I know people, and this assumption people just think is like, hey, like walk on my head. I think assumption is like very broad.
It's really not just about.
It's not about like laying low. Like, you have to also cater to your person. They have to cater to you by just learning that. Saile we umelala. Maybe your man is working another shift, but you didn't know that he just really was at work, or you are fine with it. You are fine when you guys were separate. Sasa wacha ukuje home, you're like, I'm happy. Why is he working night shift? Why didn't you tell me? Why working night shift? I mean, I knew he was working night shift when I was at my house. But now I'm here, I'm living alone every night, and I'm like, fuck. But you're okay with it. This is not what I signed up for. This is not what I signed up for. And now you're frustrated because every night you are holding the pillow. He'll come back late. And by the time he comes back, you time to go to work.
And you never see each other.
And and he's tired by the time. Right. You can't do.
And then because you're living together.
You can't you know. But
he's tired now.
He's tired.
And then anachukua weekend shift on top of that. Overtime. And then when you never see him.
Exactly. And then again, if he doesn't work, who's gonna provide?
And then he's making his work wife laugh every night. And you're there by they're giggling in the corner, and you're crying. No, my work husband is with his wife at night.
Bags.
Who's holding me?
You were okay with it, and you were separate.
Because I didn't know he had a work wife.
Now that
she came to the cookout. She came and knocked the door and said, I'm his work wife.
Like divorce is just like, I mean, marriage is just different in America.
Really
it's like hard. We have just see people struggling. Like, you know, we have people in our circle that have tried and they were the perfect people. But I think for me, I'm assuming that they didn't get a chance to be together to learn one another and to see how they would navigate certain things. I'm thinking I didn't know who I'm talking about. I'm thinking thinking.
Yeah. Oh, but another thing, America kuna kuangana hizo zinaitangwa aje? Kuna madem.
That was going to be my point too. Opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity.
There's a lot of opportunity. Yes. We are exposed to so many people and so many flavors. Yes.
Like what? You can have 10 men.
You have
so many flavors.
There's so many flavors.
Yes.
The guys you used to see.
Okay, compare what you're used to in Nairobi versus here.
Wameiva. Right now, I'm just changing my boots and I see
are very different.
If my man is going home, I'm shaking because he might not come back.
He'll come back, but with somebody.
But don't you also have a chance to get someone? Oh, kanino unakaa hapo unangoja akili mtu wangu.
By the way,
akili.
But mfanyie before kufanyia.
Stay woke, babe. Stay woke.